Hello everyone, hi, welcome to the channel of Wall Street Mojo. If you are new to this channel, do not forget to subscribe the channel and please click the bell icon to get all the latest updates from Wall Street Mojo. Welcome everyone. Today we have a topic with us is called statistical functions in the Excel. Let's start with a quartile function. So there are different type of things like quartiles, percentiles, deciles, and so on and so forth. So today we have this topic. Let's try and get into the nitty-gritty of the same. See, it is one of the statistical function of Excel, and the functions are used to find the various quartiles of a data set. So the functions are used to find the various quartiles of a data set, and a quartile is just it's called a quantile, and there are three quantiles. The first Q1 is the middle number between the smallest value and the median value of the data set. The second Q2 is the median of the data, and the third quartile Q3 is the middle value between the median. It is the median of the data and the highest value, so along with the quartile. So it can also return the minimum and the maximum value of the data set. So the first quartile Q1, it divides the lows. Now the formula is quartiles it shows as array and quart. So the parameter over here, it is as it is clear that from the syntax shown above, it has two mandatory parameters which are explained. First is the data. The first parameter is the data set, which will require to find out the quartile, and the second is the quart. Now the second parameter defines the type of the quartile to be returned by the quartile in Excel, and the quartile parameter can have any value from let's say 0 to 4 depending on the values of the quartile parameter. So the quartile function returns the respective quartile. So let's start with the example. See, in this section we will understand the use of the quartile function in Excel, and we will look at few of the examples with the help of the actual data. Well, over here there's a value of the quartile 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is a return value. So in this scenario, there's a data given here, there's a value of the quartile given, and the function and the output. So, well, a larger data set of the time, we will try and find Q1, Q2, and Q3 minimum and the maximum values here. Okay. Over here in 0, as a value of the quartile, you will say as a function is equal to quartile, the array, okay. The array that you need to show is the table 1. Okay, this is the data set. I hope you're getting it. The table 1, and then the quart is the quart is C4 here. This one. Close the bracket. You have answer as 5 as the output. You see the answer. So the value of the quartile parameter is 0, and that's why the output of the quartile function is 5, which is the minimum value of the data set. If the value of the quartile parameter is 1, that's why the output of the quartile function is 10, right? Which is the 25th percentile. Same for the 15th. It is the quartile parameter is 2, and that's why the output of the quartile function is 15, which is the median of the data set. And 20, the value of the quartile parameter is 3, and that's why the output of the quartile function is 20, which is the 50th percentile of the data set. The last one, the value of the quartile parameter is 4, that's why the output of the quartile function is 25, which is the maximum value. Okay, let's take example number 2 here that's given. Let's take a larger data set of the time, and we'll try and find the Q1, Q2, Q3 minimum and the maximum values. Well, in this particular scenario, we will start over here. We have a data here, we have a quartile minimum and the output. So we'll say is equal to quartile. The array that is going to be is this whole table. So we have named the table as table number 13, comma, the value is minimum value 0. First, close the bracket. We will have answer as 1. Here change it to 1. Just change it to 1 and then change it to 2. Change it to 3. That is the third quartile. Then the fourth quartile. And the last one, that is the fifth quartile. That is num 0. So you have the answers right in front of you. Well, there are some of the things that you should remember. Now, first, it can be used as a worksheet function. First, it can be used as a worksheet function. Second, it returns a numeric value. Third, it was first introduced in Excel, that was closely around 2000 and is now available in all the subsequent versions. Fourth, now if the value of the quartile parameter, let's say if it is greater than 4 or less than 0, less than 0, the functions return to num error. Fifth, the quartile formula through the num error if the given array is empty. And the sixth, the quartile function of the value error if the given value of the quote is non-numeric. So I hope you have got a great idea regarding the quartile function in Excel. We have done two examples, example number 1 and example number 2, with some of the things as a part of a conceptual clarity, and finally with some of the things that you should remember. So if you have loved watching the video, if you have learned from this particular video, please don't forget to like the button, please don't forget to share and subscribe us by clicking the bell icon. Thank you everyone for joining the session. Cheers.